Welcome to the Banter Blitz Podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, Pete, and Eric.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Banter Blitz Podcast. We're going to have a weird one today. It's just me and Eric.
Yeah.
Petey's in Norway. Have you seen the snaps or anything?
Freezing his ass off out there. It's like 30 degrees.
Did you see the Northern Lights pictures?
Yeah, they're sick. That's sick.
My God. Oh, dude. For those of you who don't know, I am like 80% Norwegian. So seeing those pictures, I'm sitting here like, I want to go.
Yeah, it's nice.
But anyway, back to football. So it's me and Eric. So it's going to be a little bit different of an episode, but I'm sure it will be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Smooth sailing.
But that means no PD's picks, no Kevin's corner, because Kevin's essentially fired outside of editing videos. Except for this one. He doesn't edit this one. No, just relax. So, as always, we're jumping into the news. Picks, spreads, week 9 review, blah, blah, blah. You get the point, so let's get into it. Eric, how did you do this week?
I was winning all 3, and then Patrick Mahomes cucked me with that overtime touchdown pass in 2 leagues, so I lost 2.
It came down to that.
Yep. I lost 2 because of Patrick Mahomes.
That's brutal.
There was a clear, offsides. Not offsides.
Oh, yeah,
false
that
start.
was so bad.
But,
so bad.
The refs just waved that one off, whatever. And I think the Tampa Bay Bucs should have went for 2, but, nonetheless.
Fair, but that offsides was like, that was so blatant. It's always whatever. It's the Chiefs every week.
It's the Chiefs.
So so Pete runs a league. I run the Dynasty League. Dynasty League, everything's pretty fine right now. Nothing's really crazy going on. People are winning who are supposed to be winning, blah, blah, right? Pete's League, there's something called the Garofalo Curse. The 3 of them are winning over and over, and I beat Ant this week. But you know what I lost? I lost Dak. AJ got hurt. Who else got hurt?
Oh
God, somebody else got hurt.
CD.
It was like 3 people.
CD got hurt, didn't he?
I don't have CD though. Hold on. I'll you know what? We got time. Stand by for like half a second because I can pull it up in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Who else got hurt?
I'm crammed in between all of the Garofalos. Mitch is at first, then there's Frank, but he's not Garofalo. And then it's Allie, then me in 4th, and then Anthony's coming up my rear in 5th. Nervous.
You know what it was? It was Olave.
Oh, yeah, Olave.
It was Olave. So Dak goes out, Olave gets concussed, and AJ's out. So, I should have beaten him by 1.5 miles, and it came down to freaking Harrison Butker needing to get me 5 points to win this week. And our totals were 80 and 85 or some shit like that.
Yeah, I've been losing because of injuries too. Higgins and DK Metcalf, please come back soon.
It's so brutal this year. You're either on the right side of it or you're not. It's not really much in between.
Seems like no one's on the right side.
I feel like most of us aren't, except for Mitchell. He's 9-0 with less points than 1,000. He doesn't have 1,000 points yet, I don't think, does he?
I think he does. He has a good amount of points. He's 1,124. He's up there.
Finally got there. All right, so he's been there for a minute. The matchups are just crazy. All right, we're not going to sit and talk about this damn league all the time. My point being, if you're getting lucky, you're getting lucky, and if you're not, you're not. This season's been brutal. So, let's get into the news, and we'll talk about who got lucky and who did not, because that happened a lot this week.
Weekly news and injury report.
So, kind of surprise trade deadline was today, as in the 5th, because we recorded the day before. So a lot less happened than I anticipated, actually. I thought a lot more moves were going to be made. But the biggest surprise was Mike Williams to the Steelers for a 5th round draft pick from the Jets. That kind of came out of left field, I thought. I mean, I get it, but
strange. But
I don't know.
I guess they just need more depth.
Yeah. And it broke live on McAfee while they were interviewing Aaron, and Aaron kind of gave the spiel of sometimes a change of scenery is good for a guy. It's like, okay, so he just wasn't working.
Geez.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't give much there wasn't much emotion there. It was kind of like, yeah, okay, bye. So we'll see how he does. That's going to be a really good compliment to Russ, and that might take some heat off of Pickens, which is good because he's been a dog. Bad news for Bengals owners. T. Higgins is trending to miss another week with a quad injury. This is going to be week 3 he's missing.
Short week.
We're approaching IR. Like, he's got to play next week.
Yep, they're doing what they did with what do you call it? It wasn't Nico Collins, Joe Mixon earlier in the season.
Yeah. Last year.
This year, they did with Joe Mixon earlier in the season. They never put him on IR. They said it was gonna be week to week, and he missed like freaking 4 weeks.
Oh, you're talking to the Texans.
Yep.
Yeah. I got you.
It's the same thing.
It just sucks. It sucks, man. Just put him on IR if he's that hurt. Like, stop. Whatever. Zach Moss lands on IR, so we'll see what the Bengals do with that. They did go pick up Herbert. I don't know if that matters at all, honestly. Probably just depth piece. Yeah, it's a depth piece thing.
He's out indefinitely, too. He's out indefinitely.
Yeah. So IR is at least 4, and we'll see.
He's
essentially done.
Out, I think, the season.
Is he now? Because I know he was out. He was on IR, so he's done for the season. He's especially done for fantasy. Even if he's just the 4 weeks, by the time he comes back and gets back into it, we're done. So yeah, Isaiah Likely's missing practices. You got to keep an eye on that. Jonathan Mingo to the Cowboys for a 4th round draft pick. Mm-hmm. So the Cowboys paid more for Mingo than the Steelers paid for Mike Williams, which is pretty funny.
Well, he's young. He's big-bodied.
He's young and big body. I get it, but
they
it's
liked
kind
him.
of funny because they
liked him in the preseason. I heard, not the preseason. Before drafting.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I think this is just trying to. It's not going to matter until Dak gets back, and Dak's on IR. That's the other part of it. Dak just went on IR, so he's out for 4 weeks. So you're gonna have issues here. I don't care if it's Trey Lance. I don't care if it's oh god, what's
Cooper
the other?
Rush.
Cooper Rush, you're going to have issues here.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a massive downgrade for CD. The running game is awful, but maybe Rico can make something of it here because Dalvin Cook went back to the practice squad. Zeke is non-existent. So keep an eye on it. This might be a big-time thing for Rico, but I'm so scared of this. They look terrible, the Cowboys.
They also have a tough next 2 weeks. They're going against Philly and Houston, who are pretty good against the run. So,
and Philly's defense looks disgusting.
Yep.
Jameson Williams finally... Well, actually, it was pretty quick. He's back from suspension. So we'll see how that goes. He was doing pretty good, so keep an eye on him. A.J. Brown is day-to-day with a knee injury. I'm not really too worried because the Eagles don't seem too worried on that one. Drake London, day-to-day, hip pointer. Again, they kind of seem like it's not going to be a big deal. He may miss this week. Hip pointers are kind of weird like that, but he may play through it. I don't know. Keep an eye on it. CMC is back. I don't know if it's for a limited snap count or if he's just back. We shall see.
Yeah.
But, anybody who has CMC and held on to him, well, you didn't really have a choice. If you have CMC, you took him 101 and you did not move him. You held on to him for dear life, and it's about to pay off, so you're welcome. And the Cowboys are in shambles. I forgot about this. CD is also day-to-day with a shoulder injury. So, Cowboys. You may be worse. They may be worse than the Giants for the rest of the season.
That's scary.
Like, they may finish worse than the Giants. Eagles and Commanders look great. Giants look like crap, but I think the Cowboys are going to look more like crap.
Well, they're versing the Giants week 13. We'll see what happens.
Oh, that'll be fun. It's just so not, like, especially at that point in the season, it's a non-existent game. It doesn't matter for anybody. It's
not for those
funny,
two teams.
Though. Exactly. It'll be funny to watch. But that's kind of all the news I got, really. Oh, wait, no. Chris Olave. Big time. Another concussion for Chris Olave, which is the second one this season, 4th one in his career, 5th one since college. I'm scared about Olave. He might not be. He's going to at least miss this week. He may miss multiple weeks with this one because he already had one. He came back and immediately got another concussion. So he might be out like for a while.
Yeah.
So that's kind of scary if you have Olave. But
it was weird.
Remember,
someone was talking about it in our fantasy chat that, Eric, why did you pick up Rashid Shaheed? It's like in my dream, I like weirdly thought about someone getting injured like Olave, because literally I woke up at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning and I picked up Rashid Shaheed. I don't know what made me think about it, but I heard it. I felt it in a dream. I woke up, picked him up, and in that morning I said, what the hell did I pick this guy up for? That's scary. Dream picking up, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
and
that's dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
And it got hurt.
Premonition wise, look at that. Olave's hurt. Maybe I was onto something. I don't know.
So is Shaheed, if he comes back in time.
He's not going to come back.
He's not going to come back. So Kamara is gigantic. And not for nothing, Taysom Hill might be worth stashing.
It's the whole team right now.
Because or Juwan Johnson, whatever.
No, we've been waiting for him. We've been waiting for Juwan Johnson every time.
There's no one else on the team left, though.
It's just Kamara. It's just Kamara, and it's just Hill.
It's going to be a lot of Kamara for sure.
It's going to be spread around to the young guys.
Yeah, 100%. So that's all the news we got. I guess let's just jump into the review, the Week 9 review, which Thursday Night Football was a weird game. So let's get into that.
Let's do it.
The Recap Blitz.
Texans, Jets. Texans lose 13-21. Oy. I mean, this really was a win now or your season's over for the Jets. But the Texans did not look good.
No, sad.
They really didn't. It was a weird game, man. CJ, 11 for 30, 191. No touchdowns. Like, just abysmal game, man.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon was the entire offense.
That's it.
24 for 106 and a touchdown. He looked great. But outside of him and Tank Dell, 6 for 126, that was it.
Yeah, Robert Woods got a little bit of action, surprisingly. But
2 for 44. 2 for 44. He had 3 targets. But, even Dalton Schultz had 6 targets. He got 21 yards off 3 catches.
It's just the Houston team, I feel like when they don't have their star players like Nico Collins and Diggs.
Nico's a big problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to come back, I hope, next week, I think, right? We hope.
It might be next week, yeah.
But
I hope so.
what I've realized, what I think is what they do is they try to establish the run early, and once they start doing that, they'll start using their receivers. But right now, all they have is Tank Dell and Old Man Woods. Bobby Trees over there. So, not that great this week with Dell. I thought he'd do even better. I thought he would at least get a touchdown. He did do great in terms of 126 yards and stuff, but it's just sad to see Joe Mixon work his ass off, Tank Dell work his ass off, and they only come away with 13 points.
Yep. Just no touchdowns. It was just a bad, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, 22 of 32 for 211. He threw 3 touchdowns. So he actually lit it up a little bit for the first time in a while. He looked like old boy Aaron. 2 of them went to Garrett Wilson, 9 for 90 and 2 tutties. Devontae finally got one, 7 for 91 and a touchdown. He looked great, which opened it up for Breece Hall, 15 for 74, which isn't significantly great yards per attempt, but 5 is still not bad.
I really liked Garrett Wilson. He did great in this game. The couple catches he had.
He looked so good.
He looked really good.
He looked so good, man. Some of those catches were unbelievable.
Yeah.
He looked great.
And then,
Garrett Wilson.
Now that Mike Williams is gone, who's going to step up? Is it just going to be Devontae and Garrett, or do you think Malachi Corley is going to get involved more? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if
Conklin.
Maybe Conklin gets involved. Lazard's going to wind up coming back, and Aaron loves him.
Yeah.
So I think it's just really irrelevant. Maybe more Conklin. I think Devontae and Garrett Wilson and Breece are going to be the entire offense here. Mike really wasn't doing much to begin with, so
True.
That's kind of that. So that game was that game. Next up, Dolphins, Bills. Dolphins 27, Bills 30. This was a really fun game. Tua looked a lot better. He looked a lot more comfortable. 25 to 28, 231, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. Devon Achane, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
12 runs, 63 yards, 1 touchdown. 8 receptions, 58 yards, 1 touchdown. He was the offense. He really was almost the entire offense. You know, Tyreek 4 for 80. Mostert ran 10 times for 56 yards, caught 2 for 32. He was relevant. Waddle was nowhere.
Mostert had that fumble though too.
Right. Yeah, I think he almost had 2. I think one called back. I'm pretty sure it was almost 2.
Yeah.
You know, and Jalen Waddle was terrible. He had a touchdown to kind of save his week, but he was really bad.
Is anyone panicking? Is anyone panicking still about Hill and Waddle? Because I would be if I had any of them. Like, you have Tua back 2 games now.
Tyreek.
2 games now. You have Tua back 2 games now with Hill and Waddle. They're both still not producing well. Tyreek hit what?
Yeah,
10,
I mean, I'm not worried about Tyreek yet. Tyreek is Tyreek. He'll get it eventually. I'm really worried about Waddle.
Oh yeah.
Like he's like halfway hurt every game. He's out for a couple plays, comes back. I don't know if it's a pain tolerance thing or what, but like he's consistently getting hurt. And then when he's in, he's not doing much.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, yeah, I'm scared of Waddle more than anything. Achane's small, so you got to watch. They're going to kill him if they keep this volume up. He's so small, he's just going to get whacked eventually.
Yeah.
But so far, so good. You can't
They got Jonnu Smith in there more with as a sneaky tight end. 5 catches for 46 yards. Not bad.
Right.
6 targets for a tight end.
No, not bad. You take it.
Especially with tight ends.
Josh Allen, 25 for 39, 235, 3 touchdowns and a pick. That's pretty standard for him. He always throws one bad ball.
Well, this
James
is his first
Cook,
turnover,
10 for 44.
Right? Was this his first turnover or was it last week?
No, it was last week. Yeah, no, he did have that. I forgot he had that streak for him.
Yeah.
James Cook, 10 for 44. That's awful. Oh, what happened to him? He caught 5 balls for 25 yards, but like, not good. Not good. Ray Davis, 2 for 70 and a touchdown. Where'd that come from? Shakir, 6 for 50. Kincaid, 4 for 32. He's been non-existent. There's just so many people getting the ball here. Keon, 1 for 21. It's hard to tell who's going to get it.
Oh.
You know, like Quentin Morris got the touchdown.
Yeah.
Matt Collins got a touchdown.
Cooper
Ray Davis,
got hurt this game too, didn't he?
Yeah, but it wasn't significant. He should be back.
Okay.
But he's having a hard I don't know if he's having a hard time, but they're taking their time getting him into the offense. Like, you kind of expect him to be a little more involved by now.
Yeah.
But not too shabby.
What do you think of who would you pick up as the handcuff for James Cook? Ty Johnson or Ray Davis after this game?
After this game? God.
It's got to be Ray Davis, right?
It's got to be. Like, Ty Johnson hasn't... Oh, man.
But, like, Ray Davis got
like,
the one big receiving run, right? He got the 63 long, run, catch. But, like...
Yeah, it was a reception for 63 yards. So... It might just, and that was his touchdown. So I kind of think you're better off with Ty. I think this was just like a one-off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's hard to like. I'm scared of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Next up, Baltimore throttled the Broncos pretty bad.
Big time.
The Ravens are scary. They're just scary. Derrick Henry is a monster. Lamar, 16 and 19, 280, 3 touchdowns. Unbelievable. Derrick Henry, 23 for 106 and 2. Oh, that right there. Justice Hill is your handcuff.
Yep.
And a half.
Yep.
Because if Derrick Henry goes down, my goodness. Zay freaking Flowers, 5 for 127 and 2. Oof. Yeah. Unreal day for him.
The whole offense, them two, and Lamar.
And literally outside of those two guys, nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, Patrick Ricard got a touchdown, but like, that's it. Nothing.
Yeah, and
so
even
it's predictable.
Even with like we said, the handcuff of Justice Hill. Even with their tough schedule, like before their bye and heading into the playoffs, you have to have faith in Justice Hill if Henry goes down. It's just plain and simple. Right. It's like,
yeah, I mean, realistically, yeah, they're not going to totally change their game.
No.
They're Mark Andrews, 2 for 26. Bust of the year. One of them.
Oh yeah.
Bo Nix, 19 of 33 for a 223 and a pick. This was a pretty bad game for him, although Cortland Sutton threw a touchdown. Woo! That's interesting.
You know who has him on his team? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there you go. Javonte, 12 for 42. Bet. Bo Nix, 6 for 36. That's his rushing upside that everyone loves. Cortland Sutton was the offense, 7 for 122, and then he threw a touchdown. You can't complain. Nope. He had a great week. He is the offense right now. They don't have many other options, honestly. So that's pretty much that. Broncos got throttled.
Javonte got that receiving work in just with the 2 catches, but he got that one long run. He got 2 catches for 42 yards. He got one long run of 34. But, I mean,
yeah,
it was a surprise Javonte performed as well as he did against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Ravens defense, their running defense is unreal. Their passing defense is not great, which is also why Cortland went off, but their run defense is fantastic.
Yeah, but I was surprised.
Next up, Chargers, Cleveland. Cleveland's fall from grace, man. Jameis Winston is back to Jameis Winston shit.
And Herbert's
Chargers
back to Herbert.
27-10. Yeah, Herbert's back to Herbert. Jameis Winston's back to Winston, but on like opposite ends of the spectrum. Justin Herbert, 18 of 27 for 282 and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty damn good to me. Yeah. It turns out, it literally seems like Harbaugh figured out that Justin Herbert's a really good quarterback. I was like, oh, maybe we should throw the ball and run the ball.
He finally looks healthy, too.
Yeah. And JK finally, JK's been pretty consistent, actually. 14 for 85 and 2 touchdowns. QJ... Are we proving me wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Are we proving me wrong, dude? Huge 4 for the record. 4 of 5 targets for 118 and a touchdown. 66 yards
wide open on so many plays.
Yeah, clear. So, we're going to hold... I'm not making judgment calls yet because Ladd McConkey still got more targets. He's still got more targets, 5 for 64. Josh Palmer's still there, 2 for 63 and a touchdown. Yeah. So they got a 3-headed machine there for sure in the receiving game.
They do. But like next week, they're going against Tennessee, and I think Snead's out.
Yeah.
So
we shall see. Jameis Winston, 26 of 46, 235, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and they were egregious interceptions. They were bad. So he kind of went back to doing his little beautiful game last week. Was a one-off, it seems, already. Tillman's still the guy, though. It seems Jerry Jeudy is... Jerry Judy's 7 for 73. Not bad. But he didn't get the touchdown. Him and Tillman had essentially the same stat line. 6 for 75 for Tillman, but he got the touchdown. So it's going to be hard to predict between the two of them. Njoku had a really bad week. 5 for 29. That's not going to cut it.
Yeah, we thought he'd do more. I mean, those
right. And then
the receivers, they are running so many routes, and they are passing the ball a lot. 46 attempts. I mean, they got to catch those balls. They got to perform.
It's
better
Tillman
than
and Judy too. They both got 11 targets. It's
split and right down the middle. Moore got 9, and he only got 3. It's
right.
We need to do better.
That's not good.
Yeah, they need to do better to perform better.
Right. And Nick Chubb had a bad week. 15 for 39. He just doesn't look like he's back yet. I don't know.
Scary.
He doesn't look like himself yet. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see how he does. But Browns look bad. Chargers are looking good. So it's like just total opposite ends of the spectrum for the two of them.
Yeah.
This game, for some reason, turned into a ball game.
Yeah.
The Panthers win, which caused the Saints to fire their head coach immediately.
It's crazy.
But Panthers win 23-22. Bryce Young did not look good doing it though.
Nope.
16-26, 171, a touchdown and a pick. They won because of Chuba. Chuba, 15 of 72 for 2 touchdowns. They won because of Chuba. The passing game was Jatavian Sanders, 4 for 87. That was really it. Coker, 2 for 36. Leggett, 4 for 30. 6 targets, 4 for 33 is not great. He got the touchdown to save the week if you played him, which I hope you didn't. But yeah, it wasn't not a good running offense. They just got it.
Sanders is sneaky as a tight end though. 4 for 87.
Yeah.
And if Bryce Young stays as the starter, which I don't know if it's going to happen or not, that's not a bad pickup for later on. I know.
Yeah. Derek Carr, 18 of 31, 236 and a touchdown. It's not that great. But once again, the running back saved the day. Alvin Kamara, 29 for 155.
Whole offense.
And you literally, with Olave going down, this is what it's going to be. Kamara, he also caught 6 balls for 60 yards. Kamara is the offense. Nobody else. Juwan Johnson, 2 for 41. Taysom, 4 for 41. Cedric Wilson, 2 for 34. It doesn't matter. It's 100% Kamara. And that's kind of where we're going to be until Shaheed or Olave come back, which who knows when that's going to be, because Olave has had too many concussions to... I think this one they're going to keep him out a couple of weeks. It's not just going to be a one-off.
Yeah. The big thing there is Kamara had 29 carries. Not like 24, not like 15 like Chuba Hubbard did. 29 carries. It's ridiculous.
29 carries and 9 targets.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
That's I hope he doesn't get hurt. It really is.
Well, who's his handcuff? Kendre Miller?
Yeah.
Jamal Williams?
I don't want any of them.
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't want any of them. They're scary. Taysom. I don't know.
But it's inevitable, These older running backs who are being used as these workhorse running backs, they're gonna get hurt and worn down. Like, for example, the Titans, they said they were gonna start limiting Pollard's touches. Tajay Spears is getting healthier. They said they're gonna start limiting him because they've been using him so much as a workhorse. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure that you keep these older running backs healthy, and they should.
Right.
You gotta be smart.
No, they should, but it's especially at his age. It's like, look at CMC. CMC is a workhorse, and it's just gonna happen.
I know.
But next one up. This was brutal. This was so brutal. If you are a Jamar Chase owner, this had to hurt on so many levels. The Bengals score 41 points, beat the Raiders, who scored 24. Joe Burrow, 27 of 39 for 251 and 5 touchdown passes, 1 pick. How many of those touchdown passes do you think go to Jamar Chase? Well, if you didn't have the stat line in front of you, you'd probably go like, 2, maybe 3, right? How about 0? Jamar Chase, 7 for 43, 0 touchdowns. And Joe Burrow threw 5. That's not good.
Nope.
Yeah, Mike Gesicki was the guy this game. 5 for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just ridiculous. And then Chase Brown, 27 carries, 120 yards, caught 5 balls for another 37 and a touchdown. He is
Yep. When Higgins is out, Mike Gesicki.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When Higgins is out, you expect Jamar Chase to take over. What the hell?
Nope.
Raiders don't have this fantastic defense. They really don't. So I don't know what happened to him this game, but he just didn't get used like at all. He had the most targets on the team too. He had 11 targets. He just couldn't do anything with them.
Strange.
So, yeah, it was a really weird game if you had Jamar Chase. But Joe Burrow won a lot of people a lot of weeks. Or Chase Brown, honestly. Raiders side of the ball, Gardner Minshew is so bad.
Oh yeah,
Desmond Ritter's also so bad.
Yeah, you can't. Before we move on to them, Chase Brown with Zach Moss out could be a league winner.
Oh, just huge.
Saying. Before your trade deadline, maybe you should dabble into throwing out a trade for him.
Yeah, or see if someone who has him isn't paying attention. I don't know.
Huge,
but he's huge. Gardner Minshew and Desmond Ridder both suck. Is basically what I was getting to. The Raiders are going to wind up firing their entire coaching staff, and they are going into a hard reset after this season because Minshew and Ridder suck. Madison sucks. Jacoby's suffering his life away, and Brock Bowers is at least a rookie, so when they do the rebuild, they'll have Brock Bowers to like kind of lean on. I don't even need to read you these stat lines. Let's just say both of them made less than 20 throws and 10 completions for less than 130 yards, and it was awful. Madison 9 for 36, awful. Jacoby really just, I feel so bad for him. I feel like he's had the worst run of luck.
And he's always produced. He's always produced as a decent player.
Wherever he is, he just goes to bad teams over and over.
It's like their safety blanket.
Yeah. And Brock Bowers 5 for 45 and a touchdown. Yep.
Zamir White gets a touchdown. Come on.
Zamir White's been awful too. This is just
a pity touchdown.
It really is. This team is in shambles.
Yeah.
Like they're on really the level of the Panthers of shambles right now. It's like they're screwed. But the Bengals look great. Jamar Chase owners, I'm sorry. Next up, this game was kind of fun. I like this because I like watching the Giants lose while they have a little glimmer of hope. Commanders beat the Giants 27-22. Jaden Daniels is rookie of the year. I don't care. I will say it every week. Holy shit, Jaden Daniels. 15. Didn't even throw that many. 15 completions, 22 attempts. 209, 2 touchdowns. Ran the ball 8 times for 35 yards. Against the Giants defense, who actually looks pretty good. Like, if the Giants could score points, this team would be relevant, honestly. But Daniel Jones sucks.
They scored a little bit this week.
They did a little bit. With Robinson out, you had Eckler and Rodriguez. Chris Rodriguez Jr. pick up the work. 11 carries apiece, 52 and 42 yards. Eckler got the touchdown. So nothing really significant from either of them. It was just Eckler getting the touchdown. If you played him, good for you, I guess. But you even had McNichols
in there too. It's just, you just don't know who's Robinson, the second or third, like on a weekly basis.
Right. Robinson is clearly the guy. But you're right. That second and third is like, it could be anybody. It should be Eckler in theory, but
it's got to be Eckler.
In theory, it should be. But clearly, it's not because you had 4 guys go for close to 10 carries apiece.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One of them is Jaden Daniels, but
yeah, I get it. No, it's completely. It's a dart throw.
It's too hard to predict.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin. He only caught 2 catches for 19 yards, but both of them got him touchdowns.
2 TDs.
So, you want to talk about having 0 production, but still being relevant to your team? Terry is the guy. He really is. He is, outside of this week, he's been Jaden's favorite target. And I think that will continue. Noah Brown, 5 for 60. Who cares? Daniel Jones, 20 for 26, 174, 2 touchdowns. Not great, but serviceable, I guess. If you started him, I don't know why you did that. Tyrone Tracy really has taken this backfield over. Devin Singletary is a non-issue.
Yep,
16 carries for 66 yards. Daniel Jones did run 7 times for 54 yards and a touchdown. So he's got the rushing upside.
Yep.
But Singletary is out 7 for 33. So that sucks for anybody who drafted him because Tyrone Tracy came out of literally nowhere and took that backfield.
He's not droppable though. Still hold on to him just in case.
Yeah, no. And Tracy's already had a concussion, so all it takes is like one more.
Exactly.
And boom, Malik Neighbors 9 for 59. But that ain't good.
Nope.
Theo Johnson got the touchdown. Chris Manhertz got a touchdown.
Who?
So exactly. Neighbors got sniped a little bit in this game.
Yeah.
But in the end, Commanders come out on top. Giants lose another one. But you know what? They look better than the Cowboys do right now.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Right. And now we're going to talk about the Cowboys. Woohoo. The Falcons win 27-21. Do you blame it on Dak getting hurt? Or do you think this game was kind of over before that?
I think Dak got hurt.
It didn't help.
The Falcons defense is not that good. And
right. This should be a blowout, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Dak 18-24, 133 and a touchdown before he got hurt. It was a weird thing though, because he was bleeding from his hand, and then they called it a hammy.
Yeah, weird.
So unless both things, it's just a weird. I didn't see him limping or hammy-ish. I don't know. Just keep an eye on it. I don't know if it's a weird, he was playing so bad that they pulled him. They didn't want to say he pulled him, but he really was. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Rico 12 for 75, which isn't fantastic, but not for nothing. I think he's going to have a bigger hand in this with CD down.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that. Dalvin Cook's out. So is Zeke. It seems like it's Rico's backfield.
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson 7 for 71. CeeDee Lamb 8 for 47. He had a terrible game. And Rico caught 5 balls for 32 and a touchdown. That's the point, is he's also getting targets.
He's a big part of that offense right now, and he's only going to get bigger.
Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on that. And then Jalen Tolbert 3 for 19 and a touchdown. So he's involved in the red zone at least.
What do you think of Ferguson moving forward? If CD's on IR or something like that. Yeah,
if CD, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think CD is just going to be out maybe a week or two, but Fergie, especially for Cooper Rush, is going to be a safer target.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Or Trey Lance, whatever. He's going to be a safer target. So I think he's a really good possible trade for, depending, because he hasn't been performing that well. You might be able to get him relatively cheap.
Yeah, it's tricky.
But yeah, it's tricky. It depends on who has him too.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins 19-24, 222, 3 touchdowns. He had himself a nice little day there. Mm-hmm. Bijan 19 carries, 86 yards. And Tyler Algier snipes the touchdown yet again. It's constantly happening. I feel so bad for Bijan, man.
It's a mess. He just keeps on stealing it every single time.
It's every week. At least one a week.
Yep.
It's crazy. And Bijan's not a small guy. I get it if he was an Achane size RB, but he's not.
But it's good though. They have that change of pace guy as Algier. He's an elite handcuff right now. I think not elite. I don't know if you're the one saying that, but he's a top handcuff right now because you can see how much work he gets in, even with Bijan in. And on top of that, Bijan gets that receiving work. He got 7 catches for 59 yards. So, Arthur Smith was the old guy over here. He left, and now Bijan's opening up.
All of a sudden being Bijan, yeah. It just makes no sense why they held him back so much last year. But Darnell Mooney, 5 for 88 and a touchdown, had a good day. Ray, 3 for 28 and a touchdown, so that touchdown saved his week. Drake London, 2 for 27 and a touchdown before he got hurt with that hip pointer. So keep an eye on that. But you would think with him going down, Kyle Pitts would pop off. That didn't happen. One catch, 11 yards.
So bad.
Unbelievable.
And did you see?
I don't understand Kyle Pitts.
Did you see the whole headstand with Drake London and
yeah.
Jameson Williams? Not Jameson Williams. I'm sorry, Monroe.
Yeah, it was a Monroe. Yeah,
right.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But Kyle Pitts, dude, where are you at? Because Drake London being down, that's kind of like your time to shine, and you got Darnell Mooney outperforming you. What the fuck?
Raven McLeod hopping in there.
Right. Like, where's Kyle Pitt? Like, I don't know. He had that rookie season, and since then, it's been so awful.
Yep.
I don't know. All right. Next up, Patriots, Titans. Patriots lose to Mason Rudolph and the Titans. Drake May, 29-41, 206, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. So he had a little bit more of a sloppy game because he's been pretty safe up until this point. Maybe that's just his confidence coming in. So now he's like chucking it a little more and making mistakes. I don't know. However, he ran 8 times for 95 yards. So Drake May's got that rush upside big time because you know who ran more times and got way less yards? The running back. Ramondre Stevenson, 10 carries,
I know, it's weird.
16 yards. What the hell? Like, he caught 5 balls for 38 yards and he got 2 touchdowns, but like yardage wise, this is awful.
Yeah.
You don't want your running back being touchdown dependent like this.
But like, it's like Ramondre, I don't know when he's going to have a good game, and you don't know when he's going to have a bad game, but it's like when the games are close, it seems like the Patriots 17-20, that's a pretty close game.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
It's
why is he getting
sense? It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It's so hard to predict.
So hard.
I'm telling you right now, next year, I'm totally off Ramondre. I don't want to touch him. I don't want anything to do with him because it's too unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like, I get unless they draft somebody, they're not going to have another option.
No,
like, Gibson's done. Hasty's not it. It's going to be him again, but it's so unpredictable. Hunter Henry, 7 for 56. Kendrick Bourne, 4 for 41. The passing game was just kind of beat down pretty good here. Ramondre,
another touchdown there.
It's like, that was it.
It's just
Mason Rudolph.
It drives me insane. I'm sorry. It just drives me insane. I'm sorry. I let it off my chest. I'm good.
It's fine. It's fine. Mason Rudolph, 20-33 for 240, 2 touchdowns and a pick. That's actually good for Mason Rudolph. I'm not gonna lie. Tony freaking Pollard, 28 carries, 128. That's what happens when you have a backup quarterback like this. You let the running back go. And Pollard is proving to be relatively good this year. He was not last year at all.
Remember, Spears was hurt too this game, so they had to stick with Mr. Chestnut as the secondary guy.
He got a little bit more volume because of it, but he's been pretty consistent. Calvin Ridley, 5 for 73, so he's got a little bit of light at the end of that tunnel. Akine, 5 for 50 and a touchdown. I don't know how reliable that's going to be, but that was pretty much it. Chig caught a little bit, but you can't play him.
Chig.
So,
I mean, when it comes to the receiving core at Tennessee, it's Calvin Ridley or bust at this point. If you're desperate, you can get Westbrook Akine, but you have to
that
be
is some desperation.
Real desperate.
Yeah,
to
you're
be
in
on
a
the Tennessee
14
Titans
team,
train.
3.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, next up. This is starting to get really weird. This is starting to scare me, man. The Bears lose to the Cardinals 9-29. That's fine. That doesn't really surprise me. But Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 for 217. So yardage not way up there, but whatever.
He's throwing it.
But no touchdowns, no picks.
He's throwing it, but none of them are landing.
Right. And here's the issue. 45 pressures. Again, this offensive line is ruining this kid's rookie year. Like, I would be even okay with saying if the offensive line was better and we had like a Jaden Caleb thing and Jaden was just better, cool. But Caleb, I feel like, isn't even getting a chance. Like, he's throwing some stupid balls, don't get me wrong. But 45 pressures, dude?
This is like what happened with Bryce Young last year.
Yeah, but Bryce Young this year is proving to suck.
I don't know. Last couple games he didn't do too bad.
He's been okay. But like Caleb, I don't know. Caleb needs he needs some protection.
He's got the weapons. He has no protection. That's exactly it.
None. Swift, 16 for 51. That's also a kind of knock against the O-line. But it's also the Cardinals rush defense was pulling it. The defensive line was getting to him. So Rome, DJ Moore's getting mad. Rome Odunze 5 for 104. He was the guy.
Did you see DJ Moore? Did you see what he did?
Walk off the field.
He walked off the field. Oh my goodness.
Yep. And he's getting the targets. He got more targets than Rome did. He got 9 targets, 4 for 33. That sucks.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, 4 for 36. That sucks. So
Doomsday looked good.
He looked better. He definitely looked better. So it's gonna be hard, man. I think Keenan's done after this year anyway.
Yeah.
And DJ's getting mad, but he just signed the contract, so he's kind of beat. It's like, deal with it, dude.
And you can see the pressures are getting to Caleb because he's dumping it off to DeAndre Swift a lot too.
It's so bad.
6 catches for 31 yards.
Right, and that's all just dump offs. So hopefully they fix the O-line because that is the biggest issue here. Kyler Murray, 13 for 20. 154. That is pretty much dog shit. But they score 29 points because James Conner 18 for 107. Hoy. And not for nothing, Amari DeMarcado 4 for 59 on top of it.
Yeah.
So the run game was just eating the Bears alive. They got 3 rushing touchdowns. One was to Trey McBride, who finally gets his touchdowns. Man, this kid gets so close every week. Like this one, he got tackled on like the 2-yard line one play. He gets tackled right there every week. I feel so bad.
Super close.
It's every time. The passing game was non-existent. If Kyler Murray's throwing 154 yards, what are you going to do? Trey, sad. 3 for 35. Yeah. Marv, 2 for 34.
I don't want to talk about it. And a fumble.
Yeah, and the fumble. He got the most targets, but
disgusting.
I think the run game really took over here. The run game, like they realized they didn't need to pass, and Kyler was having a bad day anyway. So just run it down their throat and eat the clock up. It's kind of seemed like it was.
It's all it was, game script.
Literally. Next up, Jacksonville goes to Philly and actually makes it a close game. They tried to come back. But when you got Saquon Barkley doing track shit on the field,
killing it,
dude. We'll start with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 18 of 24, 232 touchdowns. So that's a good enough game for him. Saquon Barkley. Okay, Jalen Hurts also ran for 67 yards and a touchdown. So great game for Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley, 27 carries, 159 yards, a touchdown, a juke, and a hurdle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that play. Oh, that play was gorgeous, man. That picture's
all over. Did you see the, was it Nike or someone did an advertisement and it was him jumping backwards and whatever they wrote was backwards? It looked sick. It was sick.
Oh, really? I got to see this.
It was done very well.
Dude, he's fantastic on this offense. I'm so happy for this kid, man. Giants fans, get over it because this is what Barkley deserved his whole career. It's awesome.
Agreed.
AJ goes down, so Devonta Smith took over late in the game. There was a while there where he was doing nothing, and you're like, "What do you mean you're doing nothing?" Oh, and just to top it off, Barkley caught 3 balls for 40 and a touchdown.
League winner.
Devonta Smith 4 for 87 and a touchdown to Saquon. Saquon's a CMC this year. He's so good. So yeah, the Eagles' offense was running fine. If AJ was there, I think this would have been a much more of a blowout. Not a 5-point game, you know.
So Saquon got the fumble and he got hurt though this game a little bit. He had bruised back, I think. So Kenneth Gainwell's definitely someone to keep an eye on. You know, later on.
Yeah, for sure. Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, 16 to 31, 169, 2 picks. He looked like dog shit. Not good. He ran for 2 touchdowns, which is why they had points at all. But the rushing game was non-existent. Etienne 3 for 24, Bigsby 8 for 22, just nothingness. Evan Ingram 5 for 45. The entire offense was nothing. Like honestly, they should not have had this many points. Brian Thomas had a down week, 2 for 22. This was just awful.
Yeah, no one got over so bad. 50 yards. No one.
Yeah, it was so bad. So the Eagles just outright won this game. The Bengals, or not the Bengals, the Jaguars did try and make a comeback here, but it was just over.
It was just too gross.
Next up, Lions, Packers. This game, for some reason, was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
It was a fun game, and the score doesn't really say that, but it was a fun game. Jared Goff, 18 of 22, 145 and a touchdown, so he had another down week. But the offense was humming, dude. When you got Monty and Gibbs, Jared Goff doesn't have to do anything. Monty, 17 for 73. Jahmyr Gibbs, 11 for 65 and a touchdown. Amon-Ra, 7 for 56 and a touchdown. Laporta, where'd he go?
Yep, I know.
2 for 28.
It's crazy.
2 for 28. Not good.
Didn't someone get hurt this game or get banged up? Was it Gibbs or David Montgomery?
It was Monty first half, which is why Gibbs had more
that's it.
A lot more involvement in the second half. But he's fine.
Yeah.
Jordan Love. No, they kind of get out of that one. Jordan Love, 23 of 39, 273 and a pick. So not great. Not great at all. Josh Jacobs, 13
good.
for 95. Josh Jacobs looked good. 13 of 95, caught 2 balls, 13 yards. Jaden Reed, I think, is the dude. No question. 5 for 113, and the rest of the offense had less than 40 yards. So it's Jaden Reed or bust.
He's a wide receiver one. It's simple as
he's
that.
so good.
But Jordan Love, he shouldn't have came back so early. You would.
I think you're right.
Sit him again.
I think you're right. And then Christian Watson got more targets. He got 7 targets and 3 catches for 37 yards. It's not even close.
No. They tried to keep it competitive by keeping Jordan Love in, but it's just, you got to think about the longevity of the team.
It doesn't help that Jordan Love fumbled the ball 3 times.
Yeah.
They didn't lose any of them, but that's just, you can tell the offense isn't working the way you want it to.
No.
So,
not at all.
Lions win that one. They look good doing it. Next on the list, Rams, Seahawks. Rams are back. Holy shit. Rams win 26-20 against the Seahawks. Matt Stafford, 25 of 44, 298 and 2 touchdowns. He threw 1 pick. Who cares? The old man still got it. Kyron Williams, 22 of 69, no touchdowns. That's just kind of what it is. Cooper Kupp, 11 for 104, dude. Oi. Yep. So nice. Kyron caught 1 ball for 26. Right. Well, that's why DeMarcus Robinson, 6 for 95. This is what it was. DeMarcus Robinson, 6 for 94 and 2 touchdowns. That should be Puka's stat line.
Yep.
Puka throws a little bitch slap and gets ejected.
Puka punch.
So dumb.
Crazy.
So dumb.
And then
it's so stupid.
If you look too, I don't know if it's because Puka left, but Kyron Williams is just a workhorse, man. He's such a workhorse back. It's crazy. And so is Kenneth Walker this game too.
Right. It's constant. Yeah. He's so good. And not for nothing, there were so many fumbles in this game. The Rams had 3. The Seahawks had 2. Why are there 5 fumbles in this game? Geno, 21 of 34, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. The picks were the issue. That's actually how the Rams won that game, because he's thrown 2 of the picks were within the 10-yard line. I know 1 was in the end zone.
Yeah.
So
I think some of them.
You can't win games like that. Kenny Walker, 25 for 83. He's so freaking good, man.
Yeah, and he got those catches in too. 3 catches for 24.
Right. 2 for 20. He's the guy. He really is. JSN has took the job from Lockett. The switch has happened, and it's not close. I get that DK's not in, but I think even when DK comes back, JSN's the 2 and Lockett's now the 3. It's JSN 7 for 180 and 2 touchdowns.
You can't go back from that.
Unreal.
That's the thing. No, even when DK comes back in, you have to pay JSN more attention.
Right. And Lockett 3 for 63 and a touchdown, but that's off of 1 catch. 1 catch was 30 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the other 2 catches were for 33 yards. That's not good efficiency.
It's going to be weird to see when DK comes back how it's going to look between them all, because DK was playing at a high level before he got injured, and now that JSN has had this pretty much breakout game, it's just going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how it's all shaped out, tricky.
It's going to be interesting for sure. Who the hell is Jake Bobo?
Jake Bobo.
You see that on the bottom there?
I do. He got targeted once.
Jake Bobo.
I've heard of him in the past. I don't remember when I heard him. I remember hearing that name and being like, who the hell's that guy?
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, Mr. Bobo.
Next. Bobo, the clown. The Colts are in shambles, dude. Joe Flacco he's old. He's trying his best, man, but he's geriatric. Colts lose 13. It really was. Colts lose 13-21. Flacco had himself a bad game. 16
of 27
fantasy
points.
179.
Fantasy points.
It was bad.
Come on, guy.
So bad.
I have faith in you.
179 and a pick. Oh, so brutal.
You're the reason why I lost to Jimmy.
Yeah, it really is, actually. And K. Dotton. Joe Flacco, not a good game. Johnny Taylor, 13 of 48. That's a terrible game. Josh Downs, 6 for 60. The entire offense just didn't work. Like, it just didn't work. Joe Flacco fumbled the ball one time, too. It did not. The Vikings defense is really good, but Jesus Christ, the Colts didn't know how to play football today.
Remember, I said it last week. Josh Downs, when Flacco's in, he performs better than Pittman. And we saw it here. Mm-hmm. Pittman only got one catch for 14 yards. He was only targeted 4 times, Pittman, and Downs was targeted 9 times. 9 times? It's not
good. Pierce got 3 targets, man. It's not... I don't know.
I just think, looking forward, maybe... Josh Downs and Alec Pierce are people to look at.
Lately, Josh Downs has been taking over.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it. Downs has been looking really nice when Flacco's in the center.
It's kind of like
Flacco performs.
It's kind of like the issue, right? It's like the issue we had with DJ, and are still having with DJ. He's got name value. Like Pittman has name value.
Yeah.
But if you look at performance, it's really nothing great.
Yeah. But at the same time,
there's some games.
Yeah. You're right. It's the name. People hear Pittman, but like
it's scary.
I wouldn't even. Yeah, and it's scary for the next 2 weeks too because they go against Buffalo and the Jets. So
right, and I would hate to have these guys in Dynasty because I wouldn't know what to do. Yeah. I really wouldn't.
I would just hold on for the playoffs.
You have to.
Yep, that's it.
Sam Darnold, 28 of 34, 290, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's serviceable. Like that's a good enough game for him for sure. The 2 picks we can do without, but that's okay. Justin Jefferson threw a ball, 22 yards. Woo. Can we just stop making him do everything? Jesus Christ. He also caught 7 for 137.
Yeah.
Like chill, bro.
He didn't rush. Give him a break. He didn't rush.
He did not rush. You know what? You're right. He didn't rush. God damn it, Jeff, you're slacking. He got sniped is what he got. Josh Oliver and Jordan Addison both got touchdowns, and they got less than 60 yards. So, yeah. Hawk, first game back, 3 for 27. That hurts. It's his first game back, however. So, we'll keep an eye on that. Aaron Jones, 21 for 64.
He has some catches, too. He got 4 for 18.
He got 4 for 18. So, not terrible, but they didn't need to do much. The Colts suck. All right, last one. Bucks, Chiefs. Oh. Chiefs win because of the refs once again. Booyah! Fucking A.
Oh. Gotta love it.
That it's every week. Tampa loses 24-30 for the record.
In overtime.
That false start was so blatant. That I just don't understand it.
If it was on the Bucks, it would have been called.
It's every week, dude. Like, I understand it happens once in a while to a bunch of whoever, But, like, are we kidding me right now?
Because I feel bad for Baker. Because, like, Baker played a good game. And he was not even... He didn't even have Evans. He didn't have Godwin. He played a good game.
Dude, Baker... 23 of 31, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. He really did try. He's doing so much without Evans and Godwin, man. It's unreal. Bucky Irving, 7 for 24. The run game wasn't there at all. But Cade Otton, 8 for 77 in the touchdown. That is a good tight end week. But after that, there's not much to write home about, dude. Sterling Shepard, 4 for 48. Trey Palmer, 2 for 33. Without... If he had Godwin and Evans, they win this game. hands down win this game. The Chiefs are the most fraudulent 8-0 team since the Dolphins the other year.
Yeah. Since Mitchell.
The schedule is so favorable to the Chiefs. It's killing me. That was a Freudian slip.
I really like how the Bucks, though, they did scheme up a lot of different plays with the rushing. Like they used Sterling Shepard in there. They always use Bucky and Rashad together. They even got Sean Tucker involved.
For sure.
Like I really like how they were doing a lot of little schemes, like a lot of motions and stuff before the snap. It worked out well. Like that Cade Otton touchdown, very nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, and that's what I'm saying, dude. Like it's just, if they had the two best guys on the team, they'd be winning. This game would have been over. The Chiefs are playing teams hurt or bad teams. I can't wait for them to lose the first week of the playoffs, God. Patrick Mahomes, 34 of 44, 291, 3 touchdowns, and some sort of a acting class job that he did on that. What was it? His leg, ankle? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some shit happened. He went down, had to get walked off the field, and then 10 seconds later, he's running around. It's like, give me a fucking whatever. Kareem Hunt, 27-106, 1 touchdown. Kareem Hunt is really good. He's playing real good for the Chiefs, which is crazy because I don't think I ever would have said that again about a year ago.
I'm so mad I dropped him in Dynasty. I'm so freaking mad.
But that's the point. It's like we were at the point of dropping him, and now he's doing this. Like, come on, dude.
So mad.
Travis Kelce, here we go. 14 for 100. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins, back from the freaking dead, dude. 8 for 86 and 2 touchdowns. I wish it wasn't the Chiefs because I really like D-Hop.
Yeah.
And I hate the Chiefs. So I can't root for both, but I'm so happy for him, man. Like,
saw that Remember the Titans celebration?
Yeah, I did. Oh, so good. It's one of that's the only solace I will find in the Chiefs three-peating is D-Hop deserves one.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Like, that's all I got. That's all. If they three-peat, that's the only thing I'll have to hold on to.
Yeah. And if they make it to the Super Bowl, mad money on D-Hop.
Oh my God, it's so good. I hate everything. If they go to the Super Bowl, I'm going to quit.
Oh, come on.
All right.
He knows happening, unfortunately.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Well, this is kind of where we'd be doing some stuff, but we don't have our guys. So no Kevin's Corner, which, whatever. No Petey's Picks because he's in Norway eating all my lefse. If you don't know what lefse is, bro, go look it up. It's really good. It's like Norwegian pancakes, but they put it's like thin Norwegian pancakes. They put fruit and shit on. Oh my God, it's so good.
A crepe?
It's kind of like a crepe, but they make it different.
Huh. Interesting.
You'd have to look it up. It's essentially a crepe, yes, but they don't bake it. They fry it in butter. And they spread it really thin, so it's like almost paper thin. It's fucking delicious.
Oh, stop talking dirty on this spot, on this video. Come on.
Anyway, I know. It's anyway. You want to do your waiver wires while I sit here and look at food?
Yeah, let's go over a little bit.
Weekly picks.
So, week 10, it's arrived. Weather's getting cold. It's still hot out too at the same time. It's weird. It's a weird time of the season. This has not been a good waiver wire week, so I wouldn't spend too much fab. But let's just go over some options that we do have. So in quarterback, if you're in need for a streaming option, with the bye weeks coming up, one sneaky pick, unfortunately, is to say Daniel Jones. He's going against Carolina next week. In Munich, I think Daniel Jones might actually have a good game. He showed some life this past week and scored a little bit against the Commanders. So maybe he's someone to stream. You're going to pick up Tua and Stafford if they're still out there. Of course, I would do them first. But if they're not available, get DJ. Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, people like them, they should be picked up if you need another streaming option, because we do have other bye weeks coming up, like week 12, week 14. A lot of people are going to get hurt that time. So after quarterbacks, we're going to go to running backs, and this is where it's kind of after Tajay Spears and maybe Justice Hill if they're still out there. Definitely Justice Hill if he's still out there. You're picking these guys up mainly because they're handcuffs. And they do still sometimes get in some work while their Derrick Henry or Tony Pollard is on the field in the active role. However, there are so many other handcuffs out there. Jaylen Warren, he produces. Jaleel McLaughlin, they said, is going to get an increased role. We don't know what that means. But, like, you want to pick up your handcuffs for people, especially like Kyron Williams, who is a workhorse that we talked about before. You want to get Blake Corum. You have J.K. Dobbins. You want to grab Kamani Vidal. You have James Conner. Grab Trey Benson. These are simple things that you should do if you have one of these players to secure yourself to be feeling safe during the playoff season. Especially if you have Saquon, you're going to go grab Kenny Gainwell. No brainer. Cam Akers, Aaron Jones, the list can go on. But those kind of people you want to grab. The one thing, too, with Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, is Keaton Mitchell's coming back off of IR, I believe, soon. I don't know if that's confirmed for next week, Jimmy, or not, but I think he's coming back soon.
So I think you're right.
Yeah. So we don't know how that's going to play out. So like I said, don't spend a lot of fab, because a lot of these guys might still be out there in deep leagues. If in shallow leagues, I'd spend some fab, because, you know, other people have the same mindset as we do. And then we go to wide receivers, which is always a fun segment, because there are players who are out there that have these boom weeks or breakout weeks, like JSN, who shouldn't be out there in any league whatsoever. But you also have QJ, Quentin Johnston. With Herbert throwing better, and again, Herbert is another quarterback who should be picked up for the later. With the Chargers actually producing some passing yards, Quentin Johnston looks nice. I'd snag him. I'd snag Xavier Legette. Some other names, Cedric Tillman is at the top of the list if he's not already picked up, because he does perform with Jameis Winston. There's Jalen Tolbert with CD out, but a lot of these people might not even be around to be picked up. If you do have, you know, people out there like Ray McLeod, I'd pick him up for Drake London owners. Noah Brown is a deeper stash, because you saw him do the Hail Mary. You see him still being utilized in this offense, in the Washington Commanders offense. And Sterling Shepard, I'd still say grab him, because you saw what he did this week too. So like the wide receivers are but again, you have to pay these waivers attention, especially with these bye weeks coming up. Last week we had no team on bye, I believe, right? This week we have a couple.
Yep.
This week we have a couple, and moving forward we'll have some more. So look at the strength of schedules on these players. Do your due diligence and pick who you think's best for your team. And, you know, if you're a team that's competing and have extra space on your bench, go grab one. And now let's move to tight end a little bit. Let's start Mike Gesicki. They have a short week. They're playing on Thursday. If Higgins sits, Gesicki starts, and you're going to start him with somewhat confidence. I know, you know, I personally think that Jamar Chase is going to show up this coming week, but you can't ignore what Gesicki's done the last 2 weeks without Higgins there. Also, people like Taysom Hill, no brainer. It's Kamara and Hill, that whole Saints offense. So you want to grab him. Jatavian Sanders has gotten involved more with Bryce Young under center, and with the release of Jonathan Mingo, that increases his opportunities. Hunter Henry still produces as a New England tight end. It's just, you know, you have these bye weeks coming up. You have Kyle Pitts going on. You have a bunch of other people going on bye weeks. There's a lot coming that we don't know and can't anticipate, but the people who have been producing should still produce, and that's why you want to grab these guys while you still can, because if not, you're going to be left in the dust, and you're going to be streaming people like, you know, Will Dissly, maybe. And I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, Will Dissly can be serviceable for you, but he's not someone I would start with confidence over someone like Taysom Hill. The defenses are, you know, you have New York going against Carolina. New York defense is pretty good. Carolina's still not that good. So I would still start with them. I would go Atlanta against the Saints, even though their defense has been atrocious recently. Atrocious. And then you have Buffalo against the Colts, which you just saw what happened to Joe Flacco. It was sad. And then kickers, you have Boswell coming off of his bye with Pittsburgh. There's some other kickers like Sanders going to LA. That's a good matchup. I believe, is that a dome? At
LA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, you have to get those dome players. You Yeah, and then you might have lost your kicker, like the Vikings kicker, so you got to snag somebody. But again, some of these people you want to be smart on how you use your fab, because we are getting later in the year and the trade window's closing. So you want to be smart on how to use your fab. You don't want to spend a lot of it if you don't need to. So get your competitive players, hunker down for the winter, get your handcuff, and move forward from there. I hope this helps. I wish you all a lot of luck, and let's keep pushing on. Happy week 10. Let's get it.
All right. Sweet. All right. So yeah, no, dude, you literally hit everybody I was going to mention. Just do yourself a favor. Look and see if guys like Rico and QJ and Jennings are out there. They should not be.
Yeah.
But you never know.
You don't.
I'm in a league where people drop Mark Andrews.
That's crazy.
Just go get him. You know what I mean? Like, just check.
And even buy low on some players. Yeah. Try to send those trades out last minute. Like a Mike Evans owner, he's still not back. And if he's hurt and needs a player, send out a trade. I know this is not a trade segment, but send out your trades. Pick up someone off the waiver and include him
Start
in a trade.
making moves if you have to this time of year.
Yep.
We're kind of past the point of like wait and see. If you're going to make a move, you got to start making moves.
Exactly.
So, all right, cool. So this week, we really only have one more thing to get to. So we're going to have a shorter show. Woo! Much shorter. So, we're going to get into our week 10 preview. So this is going to be nice. Not too shabby. All right, let's get into it.
Matchups of the week.
Last week, week 9, I won. I went 9-6. Pete and Eric tied 8-7. These guys can't beat me, man. You can't.
We're losing by 1 each week. Calm down.
I'm just saying, I keep winning. I was just racking them in.
We won last week. We won last week. Before this week.
I had to let you have one. So total, I'm 85-52. Pete is 83-54. Eric is 80-57. So it's still a very, very tight race. I'll talk all the shit I want, but realistically, I can switch up real quick.
Doit.
All right. So Thursday Night Football, Bengals Ravens. This should be a really, really, really good Thursday night game. Ravens are -6 at home.
Yeah.
Damn.
Unfortunately, we see how the Ravens can just demolish teams. I have to go the Ravens here. It's -6.
The Bengals are so hit and miss. It's -6 though. Oh,
I know.
I feel like the Bengals could keep it closer.
They probably could, but if T. Higgins is still out, it's a short week. I mean, I just have more faith in the Ravens.
I'll take the Bengals just because of the spread. I think they keep it closer than that.
All right.
So, Bengals, you're starting clearly all your guys. Chase, Burrow, Higgins, if he plays, God help me.
Gesicki if he doesn't.
Chase Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, if he doesn't, Gesicki for sure. Ravens, same thing. Andrews, Zay,
Henry,
Lamar, clearly. I am very scared outside of that. Mark Andrews is terrifying.
Yeah.
All of them are outside of those three, man. I'm scary.
Yeah, I would just go with Henry and Zay and Lamar. And
exactly.
Those are my confidence starts.
Three.
But Zay is
Mark Andrews. If you can find an alternative at tight end, you might want to.
Agreed.
I don't know. It depends.
Yep.
Next up, Giants at Panthers. This is going to be the game to not give a shit about. It's in Germany too, so we're going to make the Germans hate us more than they already do. It's
I'm
this
going
is terrible.
Giants.
This punishment.
I'm going Giants here, unfortunately.
Yeah, Panthers are +5.5. You got to go Giants. You have to. The Panthers are so bad.
And the Giants defense is actually not that bad. The Panthers
they've been playing pretty good.
Yeah, the Giants defense has been playing really well, actually, surprisingly. And Daniel Jones just showed some life, so maybe he'll show even more. And we are on election day today, so maybe they're gonna say, "Hey, New York, hey, it's we're gonna go to another country and show New York, yeah, whatever." I don't think so, but we'll see.
Nah, screw New York. Yeah, no, the Panthers are just really bad. and the Giants defense is showing up a little bit now. So you can start your boys. We're both going to take the Giants. You can obviously you start Neighbors. Tracy's becoming a start or a flex at least.
Yep.
Panthers side of the ball.
Even without, I would start Daniel Jones if you're desperate. Start Daniel Jones if you're desperate.
He could be a flex this week. He could be a flex this week. I think I would start like a Stafford or a Herbert or a Bonex, Kirk Cousins above Daniel Jones.
I think I'd start Daniel Jones over Bonex.
Would you? I'm just thinking rushing upside, and they're going to have to sling the ball to beat KC.
Yeah, I think I'd start Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he's right in the mix, though. That's a fair thing. He could be right there.
I might even start him over Kirk Cousins this week.
I don't know if I'm doing that against New Orleans.
Yeah, that's fair. On the Panthers side,
Panthers are starting Chuba. I'm not confident enough. Unless you're really desperate and you need something, you could. Yeah, if you need to get away with it,
maybe Sanders.
That's scary flex.
This would be rough.
So, yeah, this game I'm kind of avoiding. The Giants defense is really the biggest thing here. You play the Giants defense. Next up, Patriots at Bears. Bears are -6.
We forgot. We forgot to mention that Caleb Williams got a little tweaked on his ankle. So
yeah, he did.
Maybe that affects his game.
Well, Bears are still -6 though.
I know, but -6 is
that's a lot.
Good amount of points.
That's a lot. Damn. This one's actually really hard because the Patriots just have to keep up, and the Bears' offense isn't anything spectacular.
No.
You know,
I
have to take the Patriots.
Yeah. I'm being different.
I think I'm taking the. Are you? I'm going to take the Patriots only because the Bears' offense has not been clicking at all, and I got to take the Patriots here.
It's -6 though. Right. Wait. It's -6. It's gonna be a close
6. That's the point. I think it's gonna be such a low-scoring game that -6 is a lot.
Fuck it. I'm doing Patriots. I'm being smart. I'm not gonna be risky here. I think Ramondre Stevenson's gonna have a game. It's gonna start raining over there. I looked at the weather. It's gonna rain.
Is it? Okay. It's gonna rain. Then maybe. But you have to play him anyway. Drake May, you can flex if you need to.
No.
I think I'm outside of Hunter Henry, maybe.
Hunter Henry, Ramondre Stevenson, Demario Douglas if you're desperate. Well, not desperate, because, like, let's talk about Demario Douglas for a second. What do you think of him? Like, who... Like, all right, look at his targets. 9 targets last week.
Right.
3 targets the week before that. 3 targets the week before that. And then 9 targets and 9 targets again.
So the targets are there.
His schedule is rough moving forward, but I mean, after this week coming up against Chicago, he's versing the Rams. But if he gets 9 targets, again, like he might do something, but he's touchdown dependent.
You know what it is? I want him to be a number 1, and he's just not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he should be the guy, and he's just not. Yeah, Bears side of the ball though. You're starting Swift,
Odunze, DJ Moore.
I don't know which one to play.
I mean,
you got to go with DJ.
I think all the Bears wide receivers you can only look at as like wide receiver 3s as their like highest.
You're flexing, but you're scary flexing. You don't know which one's going to get it. And Caleb can't spread it to all 3 of them, so it's just going to be one. So you're taking a dart throw regardless.
You're flexing with a long sleeve shirt on.
Yeah. You got the full hoodie going.
You're scared.
Oh, man. All right, so we're both taking the Patriots. Next up is 49ers at Bucks. Bucks are +5.
I know which way you're going.
Back. I have to. Yeah, I have to. I'm taking the Niners. Most of the offense is back. The defense, a lot of our hurt guys are coming back.
Yeah.
like the healthiness is coming around at the right time of year.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to run the ball on the Niners. They will not run the ball on the Niners.
Sure about that?
And if you only have K-Dot, and K-Dot is matching up with Fred Warner in the middle.
Whoa. They have Sterling Shepard, they have Rashad White, they have Bucky Irving. I don't know about all that now. Just K-Dot.
They will not run the ball. They will not run the ball. There will be less than 60 rushing yards this game.
You sure about that? Sure about that? That's bold. That's bold,
I
bro.
swear to God. I promise there will be no rushing this game. They're going to have to throw. K-Dot and is going to run right into Fred Warner every play. And they don't have the receivers. If Mike and Godwin were here, I would be well, the line wouldn't be +5 either, but I would not be this confident. This is pretty confident on this one.
That is a bold take.
I'm telling you. So, starters. Christian McCaffrey starting week 1 back.
He might be limited, but you can't sit Christian McCaffrey.
You can't sit him because what if he's just back? What if they took their time and he's just full on back? You know what I mean? You don't sit him.
And then what would you do about Jordan Mason then?
You can't play him.
Sure.
You can't, dude, because you're really just either it's going to be a split and Mason's not going to be reliable enough or get the volume enough, or CMC is just taking over.
True.
You know.
True.
I'm scared of Mason this week.
I'm
scared of Mason here on out.
Yeah.
It depends. I don't know. Debo, yes. Kittle, yes. Jennings, flexible. Brock Purdy, you probably can start this game.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. It's so hard not to say Ayuk anymore in that. With all them.
I know. It sucks. Bucks. Baker's flex.
Super flex.
I'm not starting the running backs at all.
Oh, Jimmy.
You can get away with Cade. I'm not starting the running backs at all. I'm telling you right now, they're going to get shut down.
I have still faith in this Tampa Bay Buccaneers and how they are using multiple weapons. You saw it this past week and how they used Rashad White. You know, everybody. Sterling Shepard was even involved.
We'll see.
It's going to be hard. Sterling Shepard's a flex, and all the other running backs, I think, are maybe low-end RB2, RB3 border. In my opinion. Yeah, Rashad White's RB2, RB3 border. Bucky Irving's like a flex if you really need. I'm scared of Bucky right now.
I don't know. I'm scared of all of it. Okay, so we're both taking the Niners there. Next up, Broncos, Chiefs. The Chiefs are -8, and I think I have to take the Chiefs here, man. I don't know that the Broncos can keep up.
No,
I think they're going to try like hell, but I don't know if they can.
It's my homie.
I can see an easy 10-point win here, and that's not stretching. So we'll both take the Chiefs. Broncos. Oh, man. Sutton
is the slam dunk there.
It's the only thing I'm doing.
I mean,
it really is.
Javonte?
Like, if you are desperate, no. This run defense is good, man. The Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, we said the same thing about Baltimore last week, and you still got like 9 fantasy points.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
If you need to, he's an RB2 if you need to.
Yeah, you could if you need to.
Low end RB2.
Chiefs, Kelsey, Mahomes,
Hopkins.
Although Mahomes really isn't doing anything special. He's winning football games. Fantasy-wise, he's not doing anything.
Yeah. He got better recently.
Yeah, he did. D-Hop, 100%. That might be it.
And Hunt.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
But that's it. All right, so that's both of us Chiefs on that.
Yep, Chiefs.
Do we have anything different? Oh, it's just the first one. The only one we got different is Bengals or Ravens. All right.
Unless you're going to go Colts here.
Hell
be different?
No. Are you crazy? You're out of your mind. Bills at Colts. Whoopie-doo. Colts are +4. Taking the Bills, dude.
No
it's
brainer.
Not even close.
This
it's
is
not
a
even
slam
close.
dunk
That's
of the
your
week.
Slam dunk of the week. If this was Petey's picks, he'd be dunking that one so hard.
Easy one.
It's just you can't not. The Bills are. We don't even have to talk about it. You're starting all of your Bills players that you usually,
Shakir,
Josh Allen, James Cook, Shakir,
Keon Coleman?
Kate Otten, you might be safe. Keon Coleman, I would still start here.
Flex.
Everybody's going to get it. Everybody's going to get a
piece
here.
You know who's going to get a good game this time? Tyler Bass. Kicker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
They got a dome. Oh, he's going to be kicker number 1 this week.
It might be. Colts, are you starting anybody? Johnny
Downs?
Taylor, yeah. Johnny Taylor is going to have a good game. The Bills' run defense is crap.
Yeah, I still start
Josh Downs, sure.
I still start Downs.
Pittman, I'm so scared of starting Pittman, man. It's those 3 and you're out, but like Pittman would be a deep flex at this point.
Yeah.
All right, so we're both taking the Bills there.
What happened to their tight end? Wasn't it Mo Alley Cox?
Oh my God, yeah, wow.
Where the hell has he been?
Dead? I don't know.
Jesus.
He doesn't exist anymore, apparently.
I feel like I haven't seen a tight end on the Colts do anything.
Oh, me either. Not at all. All right, next up, the Colts, man, but Richardson needs a lot of help, and you're giving it to an old man who won a Super Bowl 11 years ago.
You do not talk about Flacco that way. You take his name out of your mouth right now.
I'm a Niners fan. I don't even want to talk about that Super Bowl, but Steelers, Commanders. This should be a really good one. Commanders are -2.5. It's hard to bet against them right now.
It is.
The Steelers win games.
Yeah, with their defense, especially.
-2.5. Damn. I think I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's really hard.
I think I'm doing Steelers, unfortunately.
Are you? All right, then you know what? I'll just go Commanders.
I really like the Commanders, and I really like Jaden Daniels, and I love. Well, hold on. Let me look at the running game. Is Brian Robinson coming back?
Robinson he should be back.
Yeah, no,
Steelers.
The Steelers defense is still very good.
They're very good.
It's 2.5. Favorites of the Commanders. I think I'm going to do
Steelers.
So
close. Anything this low is very hard to call.
I think Commanders are still going to win, but I think they'll win by like 2, not 2.5. Is that weird?
Yeah.
20
close.
22-20.
Oh God. Very close game. All right.
I want to make an exact.
So I'm taking the Commanders. You're taking the Steelers. Steelers. You can start Pickens. You can start Russ. I think is becoming safe. Najee is very safe.
Yep. Jalen Warren. If you
outside
need
of that, I'm
flex.
not ready. I'm not ready to start Mike Williams. You got to give him a week or two here.
Would you start Warren in the flex or no?
You could probably get away with it. I would say yeah.
I think like the Commanders are soft against the run.
They are. Yeah, I think you can get away with it. Najee's a slam dunk, but I think he's such a slam dunk that Warren might be safe. He might get a goal line touchdown.
Yeah. Check downs.
Yeah, Manders, you're starting Jaden 1000%. I love him, dude. Oh my God.
Doesn't matter the matchup. You're starting Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden's so good. That rushing upside's unbelievable. Terry McLaurin, yes. Brian Robinson, if he's playing, yes. Outside of that, you're getting into
Zach Ertz.
Deeper. You could probably get away with Zach Ertz this week.
I think Zach Ertz might actually have a game. He might be their best secret weapon for dismantling the Steelers.
Where do I have him this week? Yeah, he could. He's a scary flex, I think. I don't know that you're starting him. I don't know.
Would you start?
That's a little rough.
All right, here's a question for you. In tight end position, right? Who would you start? Pitts or Zach Ertz?
Oh, why with the Kyle Pitts? I'm starting Kyle Pitts against New Orleans.
All right. Cade Otton or Zach Ertz?
Shit. You got to go Cade Otton just because of how well he's been
against against San Fran's defense.
Yeah, I know it's against San Francisco, but I'm still taking Cade.
This is what I mean. Like Zach Ertz.
I'm more in the ballpark. I'm in the ballpark of like Hunter Henry, Zach Ertz, Fergie.
I'm starting
Hawkinson. Are you?
Oh yeah.
What about Hawkinson against Jacksonville?
I'd probably start Hawk on a second game back.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the line, somewhere right there.
It's tricky.
But yeah. But that'll be a fun game to watch.
Definitely.
All right, next up, Vikings, Jaguars. Jaguars are +4. I'm taking the Vikings.
Oh yeah. That's an easy
Got
one.
to. The Jaguars couldn't get points against the Eagles. They're not going to get points. I mean, they did eventually, but it was like weird goal line stuff.
And the Vikings defense
I think
has been
it's the
solid.
same deal. I think it's the same deal.
Just as the
So
Eagles
we're both
defense
taking
has been good,
Vikings.
the Vikings defense has been good. So that's just,
Right, it's the same thing. And not for nothing, the Vikings don't have a Barkley, but they have a Jeffy.
Yep.
I think the Vikings offense is more well-rounded. I think the Eagles are Barkley and AJ, and if AJ's not there, then other people kind of get involved.
Mm-hmm.
So, Vikings, you can 100% start Jacobs. Sam, I think, is fine. Jefferson, obviously.
Aaron Jones.
Addison. Hawkinson, yes. Yeah, Aaron Jones, not Jacobs. Hawkinson, yeah. Addison, maybe. Probably against the Jaguars defense, Addison might be okay, actually.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
The Jags, the only person I'm starting is Ingram. I'm like totally out on everybody else.
really
Maybe
wouldn't touch Thomas?
Brian Thomas. I was gonna say,
I would
Brian
start,
Thomas.
Brian Thomas Jr. is probably gonna produce really well in this game compared to everyone else in this game. I think
That's it.
it's gonna be Jefferson.
I'm not touching the running backs.
And Brian Thomas.
Are you starting Bigsby or ETN?
I mean,
I don't want to.
you don't want to against Minnesota, but if you were to start
Exactly.
one, you'd probably start Bigsby, right?
Yeah. Yeah, ETN looks bad.
If you haven't started anybody
Like that-
in the running back, you have to start Bigsby.
ETN
Yeah.
looks like bust of the year, honestly.
Yeah.
He looks bad.
I said that last year. I said, I don't think ETN's going to be a top 10. Everybody's like, oh, he'll be a top 10. Who else is top 10? I was like, not ETN.
No, he looks
Tank Bigsby.
he looks bad, man.
Yeah, but I think Brian Thomas is going to have actually a good game because game script wise, they're going to have to be throwing. They're going to have to be
throw.
catching up. Brian
Yeah.
Thomas is going to have a good game.
That's why I like Ingram a lot this game,
He's good for-
actually.
he's
Like
good for
Ingram's in
player
my top
props.
5 this week.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next up, Falcons Saints. This will be a dud of a game. I'm taking the Falcons. Saints look like crap. They don't have weapons. Olave will not play this game. Shahid's still out, so it's literally going to be Kamara.
And Taysom Hill.
Yeah, that's it, man. Derek Carr is not playable here. And then Falcons, you start your usual suspect. Kirk Cousins is a good play.
Drake London, if he's
You
healthy.
go through all of them.
Darnell Mooney. If Drake
Yeah, I'd
London's
probably
hurt, you're going to start Darnell Mooney confidently.
I would start Mooney. Mooney's a start. Pitts he's a start, but hold on, man, because it's either going to be a really good game or he's going to give you a dud.
Yeah, but like if
And then
London's
obviously
hurt, we'll have
Bijan.
to see how things roll out for the others. Like even like, all right, here's a question, and this is tricky. If London's out, right?
Yep.
Those targets probably will go to Mooney. But would you feel more confident starting Algier or Pitts? If you had to in a flex.
Algier or Pitt? I think you got to start Pitts.
Right?
Oh my God, that's a terrible one.
Right?
Yeah, you got to go. I got to start Pitts. I have to. Algier being a backup, it's just too.
But he's not
I know
just a
he
backup.
snipes
He's not just a backup.
I
that's
know,
the thing.
and I know he snipes every week too.
Yeah.
But
It's true.
yeah,
It's hard.
I still start Pitts.
Yeah.
Like I would start Pitts because I'd be flexing Algier, and I'm sure I have a better flex than Algier. You know what I mean? Like Pitts is going to be my tight end.
Yeah.
If I'm starting him. All right. So next up, Titans Chargers. Chargers -7.5.
Do it. Ride with me.
I feel like I have to.
You saw what they did. Fine. You had no faith in them. Both you and Pete against the Browns last week. I proved them wrong. Let's go, Herbie.
Yeah, no. And the Titans are a much worse defense.
Well, their defense is pretty good, except for they're hurt right now.
Yeah, if they do the same thing, Chargers got this easy. So we'll both take the Chargers here. Yeah. Titans, you can start Pollard.
Calvin Ridley, maybe?
And Ridley. I would flex Ridley. That's it.
Calvin Ridley will have a game this game.
He should.
Oh, yeah.
Chargers. Herbert's becoming a flexible option at least.
He's becoming almost top 15, top 12 talk.
Right. So he's working his way into the super flex for sure, and he's working his way into streamable. And if he keeps this up, he's going to quickly work his way up to startable.
I think he might be startable.
So he's playable. He might be. I need a little bit more, but he might be. Like this, he could play him this week. JK is having a good... He start JK. He's fine.
Yeah. QJ.
Oh, God. This is going to be the first week I agree with you on that. Yeah, it is. I'm going to puke. Yeah, you can start QJ.
Pete would agree too if he was here.
Yeah, I would. I've just been holding so true to the QJ hate that, like...
Can't.
Nah, you look good. All right, so yeah, you start QJ. Other than that...
Yeah. Will this?
I think that's it. No.
Maybe. I mean, if you're desperate.
Yeah, you got to be desperate. So yeah, that's going to be it for that one, I think. Yeah. Jets Cardinals. Oh my God, this one's impossible.
This is a Jets
Cardinals are -1. Get the fuck. The Cardinals are -1?
Yeah.
How do you even pick that? Oh my God.
Like, if you think about the Cardinals defense,
take the Jets.
They're not that great.
You just got to take the Jets.
Yeah, the Cardinals defense is not that great. You'd have to go Jets.
No. It's just because of the spread. Yeah, you got to take the Jets here.
Like Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson are just going to feast, I feel. And then Breece Hall against Arizona's soft run defense.
Arizona's defense is crap. Yeah. I think the Jets are figuring it out a little bit, offensively at least.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals' offense has been struggling. Like, you have the weapons, but they're not. Like, James Conner is going to have a hard time. The Jets run actually, you know what? James Conner is probably the only one that's worth starting because the Jets run defense isn't great, but pass defense is very good. Harrison's going to match up with Sauce. That's going to be tough for
their run
Harrison.
Defense is pretty good too. It's like Jets defense is still a solid defense that's underrated.
Yeah. It's just the spread. I'm taking the Jets for sure.
You know, I think this is another one of those PD props that would be kind of close to slam dunk.
Probably. Kyler, I don't even know if I'm starting him this game.
You have to. You have to start Kyler Murray.
If you have him, well, okay, hold on. Tua or Kyler here? Who are the Dolphins playing?
Dolphins are playing the Rams.
Dolphins, Rams. So Tua or Kyler? I'm taking Tua.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. It's not as easy as I thought it would be. But he's still like in that top 12 conversation.
Yeah. But I'm just you could probably get away with it, but I just don't have a lot of confidence here.
How about this one?
Cardinals.
Aaron Rodgers or Kyler Murray? Yeah.
God damn it.
Yep.
Kyler for rushing upside.
No.
I think I can't do it, man.
Your Rodgers hate runs deep.
It's not. I actually hate him less than everybody else.
I know. I love him.
But
I love to see the hate from everybody else.
Everybody really hates him. I don't really hate him. Oh man.
I'd say Rodgers this game.
Damn it. The problem is if Kyler sucks, he's gonna really suck. So Aaron Rodgers might be safer.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. I'll pick one of them. All right. So really quick, Chargers, Kyler, maybe. James Conner, yes. Marv is very scary for me this week.
He's still going to have to be a wide receiver too.
Marv. Oh, Trey McBride, you're 100% starting.
Yep.
Yeah, and Trey McBride, you're starting.
The Jets is Hall.
Jets.
Rodgers.
You're 4. Right, you're starting your 4. You're starting Hall, Breece Hall. What am I doing? Breece Hall.
Garrett Wilson.
Devontae Adams. Jesus Christ, that took me a minute.
Tyler Conklin?
That's what you're doing. No. No. All right, next up, Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles, the Cowboys are +7. I'm taking that and running. The Eagles are going to throttle them right now.
You got to go Eagles. That Eagles defense has been looking good, especially against Cooper Rush. I'm sorry, buddy.
Cooper Rush without CD, possibly.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's going to be a Dowdle and Fergie
AJ should play, too. Ugh. So, yeah, Fergie, you play. Dowdle, you play. Outside of that, I'm out. Eagles, AJ, Saquon, Jalen. Goddard might even be okay this game.
Devonta Smith.
So, yeah. Yeah, probably good. Eagles across the board here. That's a quickie. Lions, Texans, Sunday Night Football. Texans are +3.5.
Yeah, we're going Lions. I'm going Lions.
I'm going Lions. It's not close. The Texans just lost to the Jets. They're going to lose to the Lions. That's not even close, you know?
Yep.
The Texans are really having a hard time without Nico. Is really what it comes down to.
Stroud has not looked great.
Dude, Nico was like wide receiver 1 on the year.
But he might be coming back.
You lose that.
He might be coming back this week. But at the same time, the first week back, we don't know.
Right.
I wouldn't bank on it.
Well,
you're going to have to start.
So,
Stroud.
Lions, you're starting. If you have to, yes. Texans, you can start Tank Dell. Yeah. And you start mixing 100%. Outside of that, I think you're done. Schultz has not been consistent enough to rely on him. Lions, Jared Goff. I don't know that I'm starting Jared Goff, honestly.
I mean, it's a good matchup, though. It's like a really good matchup.
Yeah, but they're winning games without him doing anything. You know what I mean? Like the past 2 games, he's had less than 150, 200, maybe 200 yards. I don't know if it was less than 150, but he's definitely had less than 200 yards 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
Because Gibbs and Monty are just the whole offense. And then Amon-Ra is getting plenty to be valuable.
I don't know. I'd still... That's a hard one. Because I'm in a league where I have Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford, and I'm torn on who the hell to start. I have no idea. So I'm not a good person to answer this question.
That's a terrible spot to be in.
Yep.
Oh my God, I don't know what I would do there.
I think I'm starting Jared Goff over Stafford this week because Stafford's going against Miami. Jalen Ramsey's back. I think I'm going Goff because of the matchup, but you're right in terms of saying
it's so
Monty
close.
And
I don't
Gibbs
think you.
The offense.
I don't think you lose. I think you're safe either way.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lions. You start your guys normal. Are you starting Laporta? You don't have a choice. You have to start Laporta, but like, that's scary.
Yeah, but Jameson Williams is coming back too, so it's even more scary now.
Even more scary.
But yeah, you sometimes just you have to. Unfortunately, if you drafted him and you didn't pick up like Kate Otten or somebody like that, you have to start him.
Right. Sam Laporta, Mike Gesicki.
If Higgins is out, Mike Gesicki. If Higgins is in, Sam Laporta.
Fair.
My question is Hunter Henry or Sam Laporta?
I'm still going Sam Laporta. Hunter Henry's
It's
just not reliable enough. I know. No, I'm still taking Sam Laporta. Okay, this one's funny. This is actually terrible because these are like 2 of the top drafted tight ends. Mark Andrews or Sam Laporta?
I think I'm going Andrews this game.
I think I'm with you, but it's sad that we're having this conversation.
I know. It's really sad. These tight ends. You went from a great week last week, 2 weeks ago, to this last week being so bad for tight ends.
Mm-hmm. Unless you took George Kittle, Trey McBride, Kelsey's finally showing up. But outside of those 3, you probably lost at tight end this year.
Yeah.
Ugh. God, that's disgusting. All right, Monday Night Football, Dolphins, Rams. This should probably be fun. This will be a shootout because both defenses kind of suck, but both offenses are starting to click pretty good.
I think I'm going
Rams
Dolphins.
are -2.5. -2.5.
I think the Dolphins are going to get their shit together this game.
I think I agree with you.
It's prime
Achane, I
time.
think, is going to go. Damn, 2 good running backs, too. Holy crap.
Yep. It's prime time. You have Achane. You have Mostert. You have Hill. You have Waddle.
This matchup's kind of crazy, isn't it?
I know.
Oh, my God. Like, the more I think about it, so it's literally...
It's going to be a running game.
Achane and Kyron. Right?
Yep.
Achane and Kyron. Kupp and Tyreek. Waddle and Puka.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
But you have to look at the defenses.
No, I know. It's just funny.
Like, that's the thing. The Miami defense does not give up a lot of points to wide receivers. And Kupp and Puka are going to be irrelevant if they start doing that again. Like, just shutting them out. I think it's going to be a Kyron Williams game and a Devon Achane game and probably Hill and Waddle. Because the Rams aren't that great against the receivers. And Tua's back. He had the rust to shake off the last 1 or 2 games. I think this is the time in prime time where they're going to show, look, Tua had a concussion early in the time, and now he's back. Look, it's going to be one of those stories. You know what I mean?
I agree.
How much you want to bet this? How much you want to bet this game is where he starts wearing one of those helmets?
Imagine. That'd be pretty funny. I'm going to take the Rams just because.
That'll be different. All right.
Just because.
I can't wait to have a perfect score this week.
Kyron, and with Puka there, it's a totally different offense.
They have to account for it.
It's probably the wrong pick. I'm gonna take it.
But they have to account.
I'm gonna take the Rams.
I get that.
I'll take the Rams. You take the Dolphins. We'll see what happens. Dolphins, you're starting all your HN. Mostert's probably safe. Tua, yes. Waddle, scary, but he should maybe be okay. And Hill, yeah. Rams, Kyron, Puka, Kupp.
Yep. Stafford.
And not for nothing, Tyler Higbee is going to be back at some point here.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's scary. The Rams can make a run here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Williams game though here, and
it should be. In
terms of that offense, I mean, you'd want to see Puka and Kupp do well, but I don't know. I'm not confident.
It's going to be a lot of Kyron. Yeah, I agree. All right, so I got Rams, you got Dolphins. What we're gonna do, I think, is maybe we'll have Pete send in his picks. I'll add them in, just so we have them, and we'll update it next week for everybody. But that's kind of it for this. Got anything else? We're pretty good to go, I think.
Solid. Still ran pretty late, but we did good.
We ran on this sometimes. Yeah, we took a little more time to talk instead of running through it, so that's fine. But I guess that's it, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Good luck next week. As always, make sure you subscribe, check out all the other stuff. Everything's linked down below. You guys know the deal. And that's going to be it for this episode. We'll catch you guys next week. Good luck. Hope everybody has fun. And that's going to be it. So catch you later.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks for watching the Banter Blitz Podcast. Tune in next week for more nonsense.